Hello and welcome to today's videos. We cover EU versus the LCK at Worlds. Understanding Gen G and G2 will take place in about an hour or so. Tomorrow's will be NA versus the LPL because, that's the next series. So, historically, if you missed my video not even last week, a few days ago, the LEC are 1-9 in best of fives against the LCK at MSI. The one win being 2019, where G2 would then go on to win the tournament. Otherwise, they've lost 9 times. There are 11 wins in those series. So it's kind of crazy, right? 11 wins out of 10 series. It's not the worst, though. NA is worse. So, started in 2015. Fnatic would lose in a 5-game series against SKT. SKT appears on here a lot. The most, actually. So, Bang was very dominant in that one in the 80 carry role, 3-1 KDA, 71 KP. Faker leading otherwise in damage with 33% of SKT's damage, and he also had a 116 gold lead on average. The solo kill leader in that series, though, was Fabaven of Fnatic. He had 4 solo kills in those 5 games, which actually led the entirety of the series. In 2017, SKT and G2 would face off. SKT winning that one 3-1. Peanut took on the brunt of the carrying in that one. His KDA was great with a 12.3 and also a 78 kill participation. So if you haven't been around for a while, yes, Peanut played with SKT many years ago. Bang, still on the team, led in damage with 28%. Peanut had 378 gold on average. I believe that might have been into Trick. I'm not 100% sure. Perks had 2 solo kills in that one. Which led that series. We would then have to go to 2019, where SKT and G2 would face off. G2 winning 3-2, like I said earlier. Perks had a 3.6 KDA in the 80 carry role. Caps, however, led in kill participation with 75% in the mid lane. He had 29% of the team's damage. Now, keep in mind, only 4 games stats were included as far as gold difference and solo kills were concerned. Perks on average with an 85 gold lead. One of G2's wins were one of the games where there is no gold lead to be shown. And then solo kills. Clid had 2 for T1. Yes, Clid did play with T1 many years ago as well. The oddball matchup in 2021 was D plus Kia or Dom1 Gaming. I forget, well, probably Dom1 Kia at the time. Into Mad Lions. DK would win that one 3-2. Showmaker, very strong into Humanoid in that matchup. Showmaker had a 12-2 KDA. Canyon, 77% kill participation. Showmaker would have a 25% damage share. The team spreading the damage between him, Ghost, Canyon, and Khan. Showmaker had an 840 gold lead on average into Humanoid. The solo kill leader in that 5-game set, Elyoya with 3. Elyoya's been around for a minute now. 2022, T1 would sweep G2 3-0. Owner very strong, 10-3 KDA, 77 KP. Zeus blowing out Broken Blade. Had a 29% kill participation, 29% damage share, sorry. A 1,619 gold lead on average. And Faker had 3 solo kills. In 2023, with the current format pretty much, Gen G and G2 would face off. Gen G winning 3-1. That's our matchup we see later tonight. Chovy had a 7-3 KDA, 65 KP. So that series a lot more chaotic as the kill participation leader is lower than the other ones. Pays 29% of the team's damage and over a 1,000 gold lead on average. All of that and more came in one game. He had a 5,200 gold lead in one of the games over Hansama, which is insane to even think about that much of a gold lead for one player at 14 minutes. Chovy had 4 solo kills. Mad Lions would appear again into T1 and got swept. Owner, 15-7 KDA, 70 KP. Guma, 33% of the team's damage, and a 1,464 gold lead against, in 2023, what would it have been? Karzi, I guess, possibly. Faker, 4 solo kills in that one. Last year, Gen G and Fnatic would face off. Gen G sweeping Fnatic 3-0. Chovy, 8.4 KDA. Lahens, 81% KP as Gen G would go on to win that MSI. Lahens was the MVP. Chovy, 34% of the team's damage. We did not get any more stats. There were no gold different stats at that tournament or solo kills tracked. T1 and G2 would face off twice. T1 winning the first series 3-2 and then the second one in a 3-0 sweep. Guma led in KDA in both of the 5.3 and 18.5. Carria was the one making things happen in the 5-game set with an 81% KP. Owner, 80% in the second matchup. Guma had 29% of the team's damage in the first series. Zeus 29% in the second. So we see T1 and G2, they faced off many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times at MSI. Gen G and G2 faced off in 2023. I mean, it's going to be hard-pressed for G2 to beat Gen G. Even if G2 are at their best, if they're in their prime, if we're looking at 2019 G2 into Gen G, would be a tall task. Could they beat them? Quite possibly. I mean, in 2019, G2, you could argue, was the best team in the world. I honestly, actually, you really think about it, they probably were the best team in the world. So, that is a thing. Now, Gen G are the best one in 2025. It's just a matter of, well, so far. But it'd be a tough task. So, G2 going into this matchup, they have their hands full. I mean, I don't expect G2 to win. I feel like people are going to think that Koi, for some reason, could give Gen G a better run for their money. I don't think that's the case. I don't care what LEC team would have shown up. Gen G's probably taking their lunch money, holding them upside down, shaking them, and all sorts of shit. Like, it would have been insanity on the Rift because it's just, there's a gap there. And historically, there's been a massive gap. So, yeah. So, just thought about doing this. Tomorrow will be LPL into North America. I expect a similar sort of one-sided matchup, but it's something interesting to do. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.